Well, hello there and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the SLATE, the Monday night edition. It is December 28, 2020. We're so close to the end. This is technically, well, not just technically, but effectively confirmed, going to be the last pre-show stream that I'm going to do in 2020. I'm not going to be doing one this Wednesday. I'll be back on Friday for SmackDown, but hey, one thing at a time. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're here on Monday. We're here to talk about Monday Night Raw, and I want to thank everyone for joining me live here, right here on youtube.com/MrWarrenHayes. But just so you know, just before we actually start talking about Monday Night Raw, of course, everyone has heard about the unfortunate passing of John Huber, Brody Lee, over the weekend, as I've mentioned on Twitter, of course, I've never met the guy, I've never talked with the guy, I don't know who he is, but his career path and his his struggle to come out of being pigeonholed to a certain degree is something that was very, very relatable to me as well, on top of being a family man myself. He's someone that I related to very, very easily. So I was very saddened to hear of his passing. Tonight, just exclusively here, any and all super chats that will be donated, that will be given here tonight, that you guys will give, will be donated either to his family, if I can get that to work out, or to a charity of the family's choice. Which will certainly happen over the next few days. We'll probably get a little more information than that, but everything that will be donated tonight will go to honor the memory of the man that we ended up knowing as Brody Lee. So a little in memoriam service here this evening. Well, not service, but situation. A little moment to reflect. It's been something that really brought the entire community together. Yeah. It's a testament of how great the man was. And if you want to have a good look at his career, have a retrospective to a certain degree of of the man and what path he's walked, there's our boy Josiah, good friend Josiah McDonald over on Daily DDT, who did a very a pretty good retrospective on Brody Lee's career. So do go check that out. And there's stuff that I'm still discovering about him. Our boy Evan Wright from who hangs around here quite a bit and joins us in the MrWarrenHayes Discord, which you should join. This weekend when everything went down, he shared a fantastic match of Brody Lee versus Shingo Takagi from Dragon Gate, I think it was 2011. And I was salivating as I saw that. It was fantastic. Stuff you just, maybe you just don't know. All sorts of great things to discover. So over on the Daily DDT, over on Fansided, check out Josiah's article as well. It's a good one. We've already got a few super chats coming in. Thank you very much, everyone, for being so kind. Anakin JMT left us a super chat. Thank you very much. Says, way too many awful people revealing themselves over the past 24 hours over this tragedy. It's usually in these types of situations where you can definitely find who the good people are versus those who are not quite as good. Let's put it that way. Usually these circumstances will help you find your own moral compass as well. Thank you very much, Anakin, for the super chat. Sean Taggart left us a very generous super chat. Thank you very much, Sean. He says, hit as hard as when Eddie Guerrero passed. This stung. The story's, though, very special and shows the kind of man he was. Hashtag rip Brody Lee. It's been universal acclaim and acceptance that this man was absolutely remarkable, a fantastic human being. You can see by all the results that we've been, all the tweets, the messages, the Instagram stories, everything just points to him being a wonderful human being and a true loss, really a true loss. And it's always kind of it's tragic in a way that these types of things seem to pop up once we've heard about them, once someone dies, excuse me. But it's still good to know that that his legacy will be so positive and will have touched so many people. That's fantastic. Evan Wright left us a super chat again, not again, but as well. Thank you very much, Evan. He says, the new Dynamite card brought a tear to my eye. Shikara boys all over, Dark Order people all over it. Just really nice stuff from AEW. The AEW completely reworked the card that they had set up for this Wednesday to make it a true tribute show to Brody Lee, and I think it's fantastic. All of these matches, all of these wrestlers were picked by Brody Lee's son, which is doubly touching. We're gonna get Cody Rhodes and Orange Cassidy versus 10 versus Team Taz. You're gonna get the Young Bucks and Colt Cabana versus Matt Hardy and Private Party. You're gonna get Hangman Page, John Silver, and Alex Reynolds. And just saying it brings a tear to my eye and chokes me up a bit. Versus MJF, Santana, and Ortiz. We got Anna Jay and Tay Conchi versus Dr. Britt Baker and Penelope Ford. And Lance Archer and the Super Smash Bros. Uno and Stu versus Eddie Kingston, the Butcher, and the Blade. I think it's a fantastic gesture on their part. Kudos to AEW. Kudos to Tony Khan and everyone who was involved in that. DGMC left us a super chat. Thank you very much. Says, brought a pro wrestling t-shirt of Brody blasting Uno with a stack of papers. Loved seeing it on BTE. Always made me smile. Rest in power, Exalted One. If you haven't seen today's BTE, it's special. It's entirely devoted to Brody Lee and the fun moments that he had on BTE with the Dark Order. A couple of outtakes as well. It's a good one. And yes, buying shirts from his Pro Wrestling Tees will the proceeds will go to his family. Mick Foley and CM Punk have offered up the same, so you can also do that. I figured I'd do this on my stream because it's the holidays. If you're like me, the purse strings are a little tight. Moving forward now for a while, so maybe a lot of people don't have the money to donate, like for a t-shirt completely. So yeah, maybe if you have a couple of bucks, but if you can manage a couple of bucks right here, that's basically what I was trying to do. Just give some more opportunities for people to show their love and support to Brody Lee and the family who survives him. And then, hey, look, we also have other people in the chat as well. On top of that, we got Sean, of course, Sean Tiger. Good to see you, Sean. We have Dan from Pro Wrestling Eve, who's here as well. Good to see you, Dan. Love wrestling. Hello. Also, I have Thomas over in England. Sengir Vampire. Good to see you. Kelly Tonres as well. Hello. Jonathan Reyes is here too. Injection 2K. Good to see you as well. We've got, let's see who else we got. We got Floman, who's here as well. And Benoit, who just jumped into the chat as well. Evan Wright left us another super chat again. Thank you very much, Evan. He says, if 10 wins the main event off a discus clothesline, I might cry. Grown man tears. I'm gonna grab the Cody Brody dog collar match. Shirt history piece. Yeah, pretty much. And yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of feelings. There's going to be a lot of feels over on Wednesday over on Dynamite. You bunch of snowflakes! Let's talk about Monday Night Raw now! Come on! There's some things down the pipe for Raw tonight. Look at that. They have another, more stuff set up. More things down the pipeline. Let's talk about it. Let's see what's going on. First and foremost, I got the preview right here. What does Alexa Bliss have in store for Randy Orton tonight? Let's read the description here. Randy Orton's traveling on perhaps the darkest path yet, but that hasn't scared off Alexa Bliss. In the hope of ridding himself of the demon once and for all, the Viper viciously lit fire to the Fiend on the WTLC. Like I said last week, right? Dancing around as much as possible the fact that, hey, you know what? He set a man on fire and that man is probably dead. Right? Anyway, Orton proclaimed that the Fiend was gone last week on Raw, but then found himself amidst the eerie setting of Alexa's playground. After her harrowing warning about the possibility for a return of the Fiend, what will Bliss have in store for Orton this week? I don't care. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. And don't get me wrong. I like the Fiend stuff. I like the Alexa stuff. I dig it. And just because it speaks to my love of scary stuff. And I like how out there it is. I don't know. But wouldn't we just be better served if Alexa sort of stepped aside and we just let this storyline sort of breathe? Because by God, the story we have so far, where we're at, excuse me, I'm having slight hiccups. There we go. The story where we are right now ended with a man being set on fire. I would propose that we just take a minute, a couple of weeks, a month, and not even talk about it that much anymore. I thought the warning from Alexa last week was pretty cool, and I was like, cool, let's just leave this go and let Randy Orton go be a bastard to someone else. I mean, hell, the Royal Rumble's coming up, right? Why doesn't he come in and do something like that, right? Oh my goodness. JPQ, big paws on the pup with an extremely generous super chat. Thank you so much, John. That is super, super appreciated. That's fantastic. That's so cool. Says, and he left a message, says, Warren brings number 3 pencils to proctored exams. Yes, well, that's how I roll. Remember, folks, the super chats tonight, as I mentioned at the top of the show, are all going to be donated to Brody Lee's family or in honor of Brody Lee. So I appreciate your generosity so much tonight. I really, really, and frankly, and honestly do. So as I said, I really think that as far as this feud goes, they should have let it breathe. Just let everything drop. Royal Rumble's on the way. Have Randy focus on that. Never mind. Like, we really could have taken a break. Because if they wanted to do the Undertaker thing, where Undertaker gets buried alive, and he's dead, and then suddenly he takes some time off and he comes back, if that was the thing they wanted to do, the best thing to do was to just have him disappear completely, and Alexa too. But here it just feels forced. What does Alexa have in store for Randy Orton? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And the thing is that I'll probably end up thinking the segment was pretty neat. I'll probably end up thinking to myself, well, it's pretty cool. But that ain't necessarily going to be the case. Like, I don't think it does the feud any. It doesn't. I don't think it does the feud any good. The Fiend and Randy Orton stuff. I don't think it does. I don't think it helps. But that's just me. Next, Charlotte Flair and Nia Jax set for a huge Red Brand showdown. My God! Who did Charlotte piss off in management? Oh boy. Hey, okay, let's read the description, okay? Charlotte Flair has returned to the square-ed circle in royal fashion, but Nia Jax isn't going to bend the knee to her latest reign. That's probably because her knees have been surgically repaired. No, that's mean. I don't know. That's stupid. I shouldn't have said that. The Queen and the Irresistible Force will meet tonight on Raw in a massive showdown of two of the era's best competitors. Let's read that again, folks. Yeah. Let's just read that one more time. Are you ready? Pay attention. Listen closely, kids. Let this one sink into you. The Queen and the Irresistible Force will meet tonight in a massive showdown of two of the era's best competitors. Folks, I submit unto ye, what the fuck is this? The two, what? I mean, Nia has qualities, right? She's got great hair. I'm sure she's a lovely person, but it's as far as her in-ring work goes, I wouldn't even begin to think of adding Nia Jax to my list of top women in the business. Who in their right mind would go like Io Shirai, Minami Toyota, Nia Jax? It just doesn't work. The brutal history between the two provides no shortage of bad blood. What? What brutal history? Flair will be out for payback after Jax's attack earlier this summer that resulted in her extended injury absence, and Jax remains focused on reclaiming her and Baszler's blood. I mean, I do not understand. I sincerely do not understand why we're putting Nia Jax in these tip-top positions. I don't know why we're protecting her. I don't know why Shayna Baszler was taking the pins in the weeks moving into the feud at TLC. I don't know. Whatever Vince sees in Nia Jax, he is alone in seeing her. It's probably just the fact that, by God, pal, she's huge, That's the only thing. But here we go. Here's the thing. They currently have very big women in the division who can come across as the monster that Vince wants much more capably. Plus, on top of that, they're good workers. You know what? Right? I can't be wrong in this. I don't believe that this is something that you're like, hey, big time match from two of the era's best competitors. Yeah. I get it, it's not meant to be super objective. It's their own website, but come on. Hey, let's talk about some super chats here. Anakin JMT left us a super chat. Thank you very much, Anakin. He says, how bad will Raw be compared to how great the SmackDown we just got? Full disclosure, I am catching up on SmackDown, and it was a good show. And I think it made a huge rating on Friday. And look, guess what happened? They started off the show with a match. Go figure. And then the show scores big ratings. Imagine that. You start your wrestling show with a wrestling match, and your show scores ratings. Yeah. I have all sorts of cosmic explosion sounds that I could showcase for you for just a couple of seconds if you like. Here we go. Here's another one. Here's another one. I would say, now some people have argued on that last one, would say, what in the cosmos makes that sound? I'm like, man, broaden your horizons. Not everything has to answer by your very caged in rules, Evan Wright left us a super chat again. Thank you very much, Evan. He says, brought Charlotte back just to shelf her again. Yeah. Go easy on her, Nia. God damn it. Anakin JMT left us another super chat again. Thank you very much, Anakin. He says she's Nia Jax. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Unfortunately, Nia Jax has outed herself as one of those. One of those. Which is a shame. What? I mean, a shame. It's whatever. It's her beliefs. That's up to her. Just as it's as much up to me to disagree with them completely. Anakin JMT left us a super chat again. Thank you very much. Says Nia beats Charlotte in her last match on Raw 2017. Well, maybe history will... I guess they need to 50-50 this. That would be my top guess. More super chats. Injection 2K. Thank you very much, Injection, for the super chat. Appreciate it. Says I feel bad for Nia. There's something you don't hear every night. Oh, I'm kidding. I'll read the rest. I feel bad for Nia because she might be a wonderful person outside the ring. Yeah, and I mean, here's the thing, and this is important, right? I seldom will I judge the character of a wrestler outside of their in-ring persona, right? Like, because what's most important to me is, are they entertaining? Are they fun to watch? Are they good wrestlers? That's the basic thing. She probably is a lovely person outside the ring who, doesn't believe that vaccinations cure people, or cure or prevent disease, or, hopefully she never gets tuberculosis then. Oh, well, she probably already had her vaccinations, but she was a child. She couldn't choose to have that vaccination. But yeah, she could be, but there are some wrestlers who out themselves, like TJP. And then it's the opposite that happens. Then I'm like, because it goes both ways. It really does. Like, I don't have a rule that I follow. It goes both ways. Like TJP, again, you look at him in the, watch them in the Super J Cup, and I wish that guy wasn't such a douchebag, because he's a good wrestler, but I don't want to watch him because I know he's a douchebag, kind of thing. But thank you very much, Injection 2K, for the super chat to the memory of Brody Lee. I appreciate it. DGMC left us another super chat again. Thank you very much. DGMC says, Manami Toyota versus Nia Jax. Does Manami make it out alive? She can't. Manami will make damn sure that Nia can't stand. She'll make damn sure. Hello, Manny Santos. Welcome to the chat. Wrestling Jeebus is here as well. Good to see you. Thank Mark, our boy Mark, and he left a super chat as well. Thank you very much. Just popping by to show some love. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Of course, that will go to everything that's collected tonight will go to Brody Lee. So thank you very much. Brickbat, good to see you. Robert Sterling, good to see you. Imran as well. Look at all these lovely faces popping in here. Keith Lee is going to battle Sheamus for a WWE title opportunity. Keith Lee and Sheamus will square off tonight. Both superstars were in Drew McIntyre's corner last week for a holiday street fight. Win against AJ Styles, The Miz, and Morrison. The two Titans could only coexist for so long as the Celtic Warrior crushed Lee with a brogue kick following earlier miscommunications in the match. Now the two heavyweights will settle their differences in a high-stakes showdown. Listen, here's the thing. Here's the one thing I want to underscore here. If there's something that I was not expecting in 2020, it was Sheamus doing really good work. That's the one thing I was not expecting to see. Sheamus pulling off some of the best work that he's done in 10 years, 7 years maybe. Let's say 7 years. He's been great single stuff, great character work, interesting angles. He's been really good. So the angle that they set up with Drew McIntyre was also very good, and putting Keith Lee within here, essentially what are the guys pissed off at? Because they're both Drew's friends and they want Drew's exclusive company. Is that the thing they want? Is Drew the belle of the ball here? Is he at the tip of a love triangle, of a bro love triangle here? I don't know exactly what the thing is, but Drew should be like, dudes, we cannot. I can be your friend, Sheamus. I can be your friend, Keith. We can all be friends. But no, of course, this has to be settled in the ring. With the WWE title opportunity in tow, I predict, like if they don't want to stretch this out a bit, I think Sheamus should win here. And then we get that match at Royal Rumble between Drew and Sheamus, which frankly I'm strangely looking forward to. Again, it's just not because they're terrible wrestlers. It's just it's been a while since I've had a match with Sheamus involved where I'm like, hey, I'm looking forward to it. And that blows my mind. And that's on the creative that they gave him, and that's on Sheamus as well. And you know what? I would love Sheamus to just wrestle in suspenders, looking like he's a guy out of Peaky Blinders. That's what I'd like. Bar fight looking Sheamus. Never mind the spiky hair. I like it when it's down and there's no product in it. He looks so much more natural and much more like a badass. Anyway, Ricochet continues to fight for survival against Mustafa Ali tonight. So of course the logic of this story here, right, is that Mustafa Ali, Mustafa Ali has been trying to get Ricochet to join Retribution by sending Retribution after Ricochet and pummeling the shit out of him. Go figure. That's an odd recruitment strategy that only applies to wrestling, isn't it? And as we pointed out in other previous incarnations of the MrWarrenHayes show, essentially, Ricochet has lost to every male member of Retribution in a singles match. Slapjack, Tabar, Mace, and Mustafa Ali, they all beat Ricochet. So is the idea that they're gonna wear him down and that Ricochet's gonna be like, I'm so tired of losing, kind of thing. Look, maybe there's some magic that's gonna come out of this. But here's the thing: you pluck away, like, let's say, I'm trying to come up with an analogy, but I don't want to go too far. You're given the dead bird that is the Retribution Ricochet angle, right? If you pluck away all the feathers, you are left with a delectable bird in the sense that this match is going to be fantastic. I don't know if this analogy made sense. What I'm trying to say is that regardless of the Retribution angle, Mustafa Ali, and Ricochet is going to be very good. There is no reason for these two guys to go out and have a bad match or an uninteresting match. This is good stuff. This is the kind of stuff that we should be excited about, but it's unfortunately drenched in the Retribution garbage. So there you go. Joel Arkin, thank you very much for the super chat. He says, keep up the awesome work. I try. And thank you everyone for your super chats tonight. We're wrapping up here tonight. So you have about 1:20 if you want to drop a super chat for as a donation to Brody Lee. So that's it. That's going to be Raw for tonight. I mean, it has the potential to have there's the potential. There's two matches. The two matches, actually, the Keith Lee and Sheamus and Ricochet and Ali, they all sound fantastic. Like, really, there's some really good potential in these here, but we still have 3 hours. We still have 3 hours to fill out. So we'll see what happens. DGMC left us a super chat. Thank you very much. DGMC says, wish happy birthday to Goldberg, Warren. When's his birthday? It can't be today. It cannot be today. I don't want it to be today. But if it's for Brody Lee and his memory, I will wish William Patrick Goldberg, it's not that, a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Bill. Folks, we raised about $120 tonight, $120. I appreciate it so much. You're all very generous and very kind. I will be back. I'm going to go over here just for a few seconds. Just so that we're very clear, I will be back on Friday to ring in the new year with you on the SmackDown edition of the Slate. No Mr. Warren Hayes show this Thursday, but then that will be back in 2 weeks. So everyone, thank you all so very much for coming out. Thank you for your generosity tonight.